What is going on, guys? Welcome to J Powell Music. Of course, like and subscribe on the channel. If would appreciate that. Like the videos that go around the internet. I did release a brand new episode for Artists Like Us podcast. First one of 2025 features James Calvin, fantastic keyboard player, producer, songwriter. So be sure to check that out. That is on the playlist by an Artist Like Us, and it's episode 9. So. Today we'll talk about something interesting. It's kind of not a continuation episode from the Bandcamp conversation that I had previously. You know, some people were giving me some shit, but I stand by what I said. However, not an idiot, guys. I know that we are lazy as artists, right? As far as a lot of artists, there's a certain tier, right? There's a certain tier, definitely from an independent standpoint. There's a laziness when it comes to, let me just use what I can use. And some people just ignore, how much, it depends on how much people care about certain things versus like what they're actually, how they're being affected. Okay. What I mean by that, as far as just, if you are fine with just uploading stuff, regardless of things in the background, what's happening with your stuff. But if your music is going out there, then you're happy clam. You're happy as a clam. I get it. Okay. However, I've been using SoundCloud recently, and I forgot how really not useful is the wrong word, but I forgot how much I've enjoyed that application. I remember back in the day, there was, of course, the whole SoundCloud era. A lot of artists were putting stuff on SoundCloud, and there was a while I didn't use SoundCloud, and I didn't know how. I don't know how, kind of like how everyone felt about it. And I canceled my Spotify streaming. I was on YouTube Music, but then I did cancel that. And the free version of the YouTube Music is really bad. I mean, you can't even multitask on your phone. You kind of have to have it on. It's kind of ridiculous. But not SoundCloud. So if you have the free version, it does give you a couple ads or two. But there's a lot of music within the catalog that you can listen to for free. Even if you did the plus version, the Go Plus version, wherever it is, it's like $6 and there's no ads. And then it also unlocks a bunch of other songs within the catalog. So I just like the design. The design of SoundCloud quite a bit. I feel like it's one of those apps where people are more akin to using it outside of their regular streaming applications. So when it comes to obviously Spotify, obviously Apple Music, Tidal, if anybody's on that or using that. And I say that to say, imagine a world where Spotify buys Bandcamp, right? Imagine that. Imagine if Spotify decided to do a deal with Bandcamp or decide to buy Bandcamp, right? So Bandcamp is already on its either second or third merge or acquisition, or what have you, where they've been purchased by another company, right? First it was Epic Games purchased Bandcamp, and then I want to say the name of the company escapes me, but they another company purchased Bandcamp. I'd like now before I still like the majority of Bandcamp despite what I said in the video. Okay. But and then just speaking to the positives of Bandcamp, which there's a lot of freaking positives, right? Comparison to Spotify, where you're getting less than 1,000% from a streaming, perspective. Bandcamp, people have the choice to, for those who aren't familiar with Bandcamp, you can choose the main price of purchasing someone's music, or you can actually add a little more money there, kind of like a tip or what have you. You have the choice to those things, and the money gets, sent to you as an artist directly, very quick. It's not the entire $10 if you put up a $10 album, but Bandcamp takes a little slice, but you get a lot more comparison to Spotify. Now, the problem with Bandcamp, from a consumer perspective, is that for one, their Bandcamp app, it's not the most user-friendly app. It's kind of all over the place when it comes to the UI. Also, when it comes to the amount of artists on there, I would say that it's very much limited in comparison to obviously Spotify, which is the biggest digital streaming platform, and then Apple Music and all that stuff, right? Big limitation there. And it's kind of hard to tell an Apple user, hell, even an Android user, to switch between those applications. Obviously, Android kind of has to do that for certain things. Very difficult for iPhone users. Imagine a world where SoundCloud purchases Bandcamp and they incorporate those things within itself. Now, you're probably going to say, Jarrell, there is an artist version of SoundCloud that you can upgrade to, and you can distribute your songs through that, very similar to like a DistroKit, which is very cool. But imagine if you also had the option to, not only as an artist do that, but there was an option where you could upload your music to be purchased. So it can be distributed, streamed, but if you purchase it, there could be an option for buy, and then it just downloads all of it to your phone like it would for iTunes, right? And imagine if there was an option where if you did do that, you have to upload bonus content for the user to purchase it. I think that would be kind of cool, right? Because that would be a determinant, or that would be an exclusive that people can really get behind versus, do I just want to buy it or stream it? I'll just stream it, right? That's kind of what most people's, decisions are when it comes to this stuff. But imagine if it was, hey, you buy this, you get some extra songs right away. You can still stream it, but you're getting these exclusive songs. So it's like, imagine a Spotify where if you bought the album, more songs are on your catalog versus everyone else for, say, who didn't buy it. I think that's kind of cool, right? I think that's kind of cool. Now, the biggest thing is, I don't know what type of capital situation from a money perspective that SoundCloud has to make a decision like that when it comes to buying, doing an acquisition or merge, buying Bandcamp, right? I have no idea what that looks like. But I think that would be pretty enticing. I feel like SoundCloud is one of the few applications where Apple users are comfortable with using it, with going outside of Spotify, outside of Apple Music, and checking out SoundCloud. I think both, Android, Apple users are more open to that particular notion. And I think that can be appetizing. So I don't know. I think that would be pretty cool. I was just thinking about that. I was like, what if that happened? That would be a big thing. Now, but obviously, the other side of the spectrum is if they're doing the distribution thing with the artist, the artist account or whatever, would they even care about that? Right? Would they even care about doing that? And that could be a different conversation as far as maybe adjusting the cost of the subscription, as far as including a Bandcamp type thing, right? Because that means the artist is getting more money, more monetization. And if they're getting more monetization, that might mean that SoundCloud might have to adjust the subscription price. So there's some pros and cons in that regard, but I think it would give more power, just ability for the artist to provide something where they can stream, and then also a purchasing platform. And people are comfortable using SoundCloud. People are not comfortable using the Bandcamp app, right? And it's very secluded. It's, small number of artists. Not everyone uses it. I think there's more people on SoundCloud than are on Bandcamp. So I think there's some opportunity there. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't cut my head off here. Just a thought. This is a what if video. But again, J Powell Music. I'll catch you guys next time.